Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. But first, as always, we have a brand new Galactic challenge to take care of, and we have the return of Ewok versus Jawa challenge on Tatooine. I think we had this a while ago, so it's a kind of repeat of the same strategy, but if you do need a reminder, I'll show you how to mod your Ewoks to hopefully get this knocked out, and then obviously there's another battle afterwards for the remaining feats. So if you're just interested in the battles, there'll be YouTube chapters below as always. Otherwise, let's kick off with the reviewing of modifiers. So the Tatooine modifier, the Dune Sandstorm. So this really is how we are going to defeat Jawas. It's by outlasting them and let damage over time stack up on them so much that they'll just start dying off, because luckily Jawas, they don't have a cleanser on their team. In terms of the modifier for Ewoks, extra speed is nice. The stun mechanic, you won't see it often because Jawas don't really have a lot of ways to attack out of turn. However, the 50% counter chance, it's kind of working against us because we don't want to be hitting Jawas. The more we are hitting them, the more thermal detonators they will stack on us. So I wish we would not have counter chance here, but hey, we have what we have, right? And in terms of Jawa's modifier, it does a lot of things, but I'll just highlight the key thing you will notice, which is whenever a thermal detonator deals damage, Jawas will recover 100% protection and gain 5% speed. So obviously the protection recovery is a little bit annoying, but they will, as they gain speed, they will be coming faster and faster, taking more and more turns versus you, which means they'll start dying off then in the end faster because of damage over times. Okay, so modifiers pretty straightforward today. So let's look at the feats up next. Obviously it's an Ewok challenge, so we need a full team of Ewoks. Then we have to win after attacking out of turn 20 or more times, and then also win with no tanks in your squad. Now the attacks out of turn maybe could be completed by if you have a good Ewok team, but I'm trying to avoid doing too many attacks with Ewoks just because of thermal detonators, so I'll do that with another team. And again, you will most likely need Paploo with your Ewoks, so again, there'll be another team for those feats. So let's first kick off with the Ewok one. So this is probably the most challenging one. So the reason why I'm going with the Paploo lead, well, can be any Ewok that doesn't have a lead, because you don't really want to use Chief Chirpa's lead, because with him, I think you're getting more bonus turn meter on basics. You're as well getting assist, which means more attacks. So you want to reduce the amount of attacks as much as possible. Just going with Paploo lead. In terms of modding, you will want to mod everybody basically for defense and protection, because remember, damage over times and thermal detonators deal damage based on health, so you want to have as low health pool as possible and as much protection as you can. So all circle, cross, triangle and arrow, all protection primaries. It's pretty much almost like modding for the Riva mission in the territory battles for your Inquisitors, but here also you want to make these guys slow. You don't want to be taking turns. Let Jawa be taking turns and start getting damage over times on them and start dying off. So you want to make these guys quite slow, to be honest, so you don't focus on speed. As always, what you will need in this challenge is Zeta on Paploo is unique, because whenever Paploo then gains any effect, so whether it's debuff or buff, he will be recovering 5% protection. So Zeta on this will definitely be required in order for you to be able to win this challenge. Logray is another key piece here. Again, same thing, lots of protection, not a lot of speed on him. There we go. And then the basic here applies tenacity up on himself, and if he's called to seized by another Ewok, he will apply tenacity up on them. So both like Wicked as well as Paploo, you will want to call Logray for assist, so they also get tenacity up, so they can resist some of those thermal detonators. And yes, my Logray is Relic 7. That's because obviously I had to relic him up for our territory battle platoons. Another thing to mention here is Zeta on Logray. I'm not sure is it absolutely necessary, but it's definitely a nice one to have, because it just gives you a little bit more there health recovery for your guys. Just a little bit sometimes, I guess, helps. And then moving on, we got a Wicked, so same strategy as with everybody else. Make them not too fast, defense, protection, and same thing for Chirpa, same thing for Elder. So the same thing here. It's really gonna be Paploo and Logray here that will be carrying the battle here. Alright, let's hop in the battle. So the way you want to mod your Ewoks is that Paploo goes first, so he can call Logray for an assist. Now both Logray and Paploo gain tenacity up, and then you just do basics. Wicket again calling Logray for assist, so Wicket himself gets tenacity up, and from here on out it's just basics only, more or less. There we go, Jawa putting a few hits on us. Let's go ahead and actually gain foresight on the Ewoks with Logray. Okay, we'll get a cleanse hopefully in a moment here with Elder, so we can get rid of some of those damage over times. And now, yeah, pretty much it's going to be basics only from here on out. I don't think my Ewoks will last much longer. Down goes Elder. There you can see Paploo there hanging in there because of his Zeta, constantly recovering protection. Boom, there we go. Was it Chirpa that went down? I think so. Yeah, just keep using basics as well there with Logray, so he keeps getting tenacity up. Yeah, mine is Relic 7, but even when I had him at Gear 12, you know, didn't make a whole lot of difference. Was still able to complete these challenges. And there we go, Jawa started dying off there. Also, the special ability that calls for assist with Paploo is a dispel as well. So in this case, I had 16 stacks of damage over time, so I just dispelled them there on Paploo. And that's it, Jawas go down. And that completed for me the Ewok challenge. Now I think I need about 10 attempts for RNG to align, so just bear that in mind. It may take a few attempts to get it done with your Ewoks. Alright, now let's get the other remaining 2 feats done, so the attacking out of turn 20 more times and no tanks. So I'm going with this kind of mishmash team. Obviously there's probably plenty ways to do this, like using Galactic Legend even and everything, but I just like to do something fun here. So I'm going here with combination of Sith Trooper, because whenever First Order allies critically hit, he will call to assist, right? We need attacks out of turn, so this is one way where how we'll be getting attacks out of turn. Then we got Kylo Ren. So the good thing about Kylo Ren obviously is he doesn't care about damage from thermal detonators and damage over time, so he will be able to survive without any problems. And you will not want to use his AoE, because AoE does not critically hit. You just want to use his outrage special, so the Sith Trooper is constantly assisting. We got thrown in here for 2 things. One is to swap turn meter with armor, so we can quickly get that third stack of Beskar, and then as well for fracture. While somebody's in fracture, Thrawn himself as well will be counter-attacking, so there you go, more attacks out of turn. We've got Watt as well, obviously for his stack, but most importantly, he will be assisting whenever anybody with tech uses a special ability. So again, more attacks out of turn from Watt as well. And then moving on, we've got Armorer. And Armorer, she's a key piece obviously in this one. So you can get 3 stacks of Beskar on your Kylo, which means that Kylo will then have 100% counter chance. So once it's just Kylo left, you'll still be getting attacks out of turn. Alright, let's hop in the battle and let me show you how I use this team. I'm gonna put here Tank Tech over on Kylo, so you can dispel healing immunity on himself whenever he gets a turn. Let's go ahead and get that 3rd stack of Beskar. I'm going to go ahead and put Medpack over on Sith Trooper. Let's go ahead, swap turn meter with Armorer, and put now Beskar over on Kylo, so he can't be critically hit now. As well, he'll be counter-attacking. There we go, we're getting, so anytime now Kylo takes a turn, we get 2 assists. So there you go, Watt assisting, Sith Trooper assisting as well, Kylo counter-attacking because of stacks of Beskar, and every time he counter-attacks, he creates Sith Trooper assist. We got Fracture now as well, so as long as Thrawn is alive, if he gets hit, he will be counter-attacking as well. Just basics, I don't want to do here AoE. There we go, even Thrawn counter-attacking anytime, because they still have Watt alive, Sith Trooper, they're both assisting whenever Kylo hits somebody. So we go, we're getting lots of attacks out of turn, and from here on out it's gonna be all on Kylo. Again, don't want to do AoEs here, even once you're just down to Kylo, just because you will finish off Jabba too quick with his AoEs. So you just want to keep using his last special. It's a single target attack, and you know, this should give you enough time that you can stall the battle long enough to get those 20 attacks out of turn. Again, without Feat Tracker, I have no idea. Maybe I could have just start spamming his AoE to finish the battle quicker, but I just try to drag this battle out as much as I could. Now, it seems like constantly there are like 3 Jawas in stealth, but at least 2 of them are out of stealth. so you do get some counter attacks here and there, but they've got lots of damage over times on them already, so they will start dying off now. Just down to Scavenger, I think a couple of more hits, he'll get a turn now, and down goes the last Jawa, and this can be for me now completed the 2 remaining feats, so attacking out of turn 20 or more times as well, using no tanks in your squad. Again, probably plenty of ways to get these 2 final feats done, but just wanted to do something fun because, you know, I can remember days when you could use OG Kylo to like solo Ewoks, solo Jawas, who else we saw? Carf, you know, but obviously now meta has changed a lot since then, so I barely get to use OG Kylo at all. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully this was useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.